Hello everyone, a very good evening. Welcome to Oliveboard. I am Anshul, your JAIIB mentor, and today I'm here with a very important session. So now our exams for the November 2025 cycle are over. We have all the analysis with us. How was the exam difficulty level, the questions that were asked. So, based on this, we are going to discuss what are our learnings, what have we learned from the 2025 exam cycles that we should apply when we are preparing for the 2026. So, for those who are going to attempt the JAIIB exam, and if you want to qualify the JIB exam, then these learnings you should definitely keep in your mind. If we talk about the difficulty level of the exam, so the feedback that I got from the aspirants, according to them, the RBWM paper, which is your fourth paper of JAIIB, Retail Banking and Wealth Management, moderate to difficult level. Some questions were tricky, but all of the questions were mostly conceptual. And questions, they had a high weightage from module D. So module D always has a very high weightage. You can definitely expect in this exam cycle also 35 to 40 mark questions were from module D itself. Some numericals were also asked, but in this exam cycle the weightage of numerical was not that much. Numericals were asked, but only 5-10 numericals were there. 90% of the paper was conceptual, theoretical, conceptual questions, but the theory questions were not direct. The institute did not ask you direct questions. They asked in depth questions, questions that require conceptual clarity and understanding of the topic. So, if you don't understand the topic deeply, you think that you can just qualify the exam by practicing questions, that won't be possible because the difficulty level has increased, the types of questions, the paper pattern is changed. So that is why you need to have conceptual clarity. The paper was quite unpredictable, I would say. In the May cycle, weightage of numericals was more. So the aspirants, they focused on numericals. But again, the institute asked theoretical questions, conceptual questions, case study questions had a good number of weightage. All right. So this was the basic exam analysis, moderate to difficult. Difficulty level was moderate to difficult. Conceptual application based questions were asked. Some tricky questions that required deep understanding. Module wise weightage, if we ask, then module D was very important. Wealth management, the different types of wealth management products, the bonds, securities. Module B questions were there on FD interest, core banking concepts, the Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, Jan Dhan account, Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, home loan questions were there. In-depth understanding of module D and regular revision of all the other modules was important, right? Around 70-80 questions were increasing, plus module C questions are easy and scoring. All right. Focus on understanding the concepts rather than memorizing, because the institute is not asking you direct facts. They're asking you scenario based questions, application based questions. They will give you a whole scenario regarding a person's background, their salary, their work profile and experience. And then they will ask you whether or not the bank will approve their loan, what should be the quantum of approved loan, like this. So you should understand the concepts. Focus on having conceptual clarity. Now let us discuss the basic things. For the RBWM paper, the paper pattern is same. The paper will be of 2 hours and total 100 marks. Questions will be 1 mark, 2 mark questions will be there. Point 0.5 mark questions were also asked. And you need to score 50 plus in RBWM to qualify. And then you have the aggregate. If you are attempting all the four papers in 2026 together in a single attempt, you will have the aggregate benefit 45 plus in all the four papers and 50% across all the subjects, that is 200 plus out of 400, then also you will qualify the exam, right? And credit retention means, let's say you qualify three papers and only one is left. So the three papers credit will be retained, and in the next cycle, you will be required to give only the remaining paper. But then the aggregate benefit will not be given. The aggregate 50% across the subject criteria is available when you give all the papers in a single attempt. Now, if we talk about our RBWM paper, so you need to study four modules are there, 30 units, four modules. Retail banking, module A has 4 units. This module, numerical questions are asked from profit, profitability, ROA and ROE. Concepts like SBU, every time in every exam cycle it is repeated. Then module B, retail products and recoveries, the SARFAESI Act, the important retail liability products, important retail asset products, remittance products, credit and debit cards. Then support services is module C. 6 units are there in module C. Module C is quite easy and scoring. Case study questions are asked from module C. Then module D is the most important module with only 4 units, but maximum questions they come from module D. All right, wealth management, investment management, tax planning, and then the additional reading material on home loan again has 4 units. All right, so this is the whole syllabus. This is how all the units in your RBWM paper are divided. Okay. And if we talk about the types of questions that are asked, direct MCQs with four options, mostly point 0.5 mark questions were there with direct MCQs. Numericals were of 2 marks. Multiple selection type questions where you will be given a scenario and you need to, and multiple options, multiple statements will be there. You'll have to select 1, 2, or 3 is correct, 2, 3, and 4 is correct, like this. Either 1 mark or 2 mark. Case study based questions are mostly 2 mark questions. All right, so the total marks will be 100. Questions can be of point 0.5 mark, 2 mark, and 1 mark. These are the types of questions asked. In this exam cycle, numericals were only maximum 10 numericals were there, and 90% of the paper was conceptual. So if you think that just practicing the questions and numericals you'll be able to score 50 plus and qualify the RBWM paper, it will be purely luck based. That is why you need to have conceptual clarity. So in the module A, these are the must do topics. You need to understand the retail banking, the stages, mass retail banking and class retail banking. You need to study about the SBU approach, the departmental approach. What is the difference between retail banking and corporate banking, and branch profitability? Difference between profit and profitability, ROA and ROE. How do you calculate the leverage ratio? Module B, you need to study about the Maslow's theory, product development process, the 4 stages in the product development, credit scoring, how is it done, what is the meaning of a low credit score, what could lead to a high credit score, important retail liability products, the different types of deposit products, the different type of asset products from the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Questions were asked. The credit and debit cards and the remittance products from the credit and debit card also. Questions are there. How do you calculate the minimum amount due? How do you calculate the interest charge after the interest free period? So these questions were there. All right. Then from module C, the marketing, delivery channels, customer relationship management, service standards, the role of BSBDI. These questions were there. Okay. From module C, basically case studies were there. Case study questions were there from our module C. Then module D, all the 4 units are important. Importance of wealth management, investment management, tax planning, other financial services. Questions that were common in all the 3 shift. From the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Suraksha Bima Yojana, mutual fund concepts were asked. The wealth management case studies were there in all the 3 shifts. Then the questions were also there from the wealth management, from the nomination case study questions were there. floating rate, term deposit questions were there. All right. And investment planning, what is the meaning of expected product, generic product, augmented product? These questions were asked. Tax from other sources, what are the other sources? The senior citizen insurance, old and new regime. These questions were asked from Module D. And then Module E is also there, where the lender appraisal procedure, housing finance, mortgage advice, valuation of real property. From here, reverse mortgage loan question was there in the second ship. Question was also there from equitable mortgage, CII calculation, index inflation, sinking fund, ordinary annuity. These questions were asked. All right. So that is the whole list of the must do topics that you should definitely not skip. Now, what should be your strategy? Like I already told you, if you're planning to start just 1 month before your exam probably will be in May 2026, that would be completely luck based. Then you'll have to depend on your luck. You'll have to pray to God that the institute does not ask tough question. They do not challenge you by by changing the exam pattern again, right? Otherwise, if you start today, the new year has started, and if you take a resolution that you want to qualify the JIB exam, if you start today, then I guarantee you, doesn't matter what is the difficulty level, how the institute changes the exam pattern, what questions are asked, whether conceptual, case study, or numerical, you will definitely qualify your JIB exam and RBWM paper for sure. So for that, first you need to complete the syllabus. Do not skip any module. Don't skip module E, the additional reading material, thinking that the name itself says additional. No. Questions are asked from module E. Practicing mock tests is important. It will give you an idea to answer the case study questions during the exam, in the exam. You should know how to approach the questions. It will also help you evaluate and analyze your preparation. Notes are very important. Focus, like if you're starting your preparation right now, then keep the notes till the end. Whatever notes you're following, whatever study material you're following, be consistent with it. Do not shift from one source to another. Do not think that you'll study from every source that you get. No, you should follow exam specific notes to study and for revision. Time management is extremely important because you all are working bankers and you do not have, you have limited time in hand, right? You do not have the whole day to prepare. So how you should utilize your time, and revision is very important to have the best understanding. Conceptual clarity, deep understanding is very important if you want to qualify your exam. So make sure that you start today, and if you start today, you can simply join the JIB Super Elite plan with us. Here, this is the all-in-one plan. We'll be providing you the live classes, exam specific notes, best mock tests that are based on the latest exam pattern, the questions difficulty level. In fact, when you enter the exam hall, you start attempting the questions, you'll be easily able to solve the whole paper in 1 hour if you practice these mock tests. You'll get access to all the courses, basic, advanced, crash, and summary. We'll be starting from the foundation courses where we'll be covering the whole syllabus in depth, in detail. Then we will move on to the advanced from capsule batches, crash batches, cracker batches. We'll practice MCQs in live classes. You'll also get 200 plus full length mocks for all the four papers. The Super Elite is for all your four papers. You'll get memory based BYPs, short and concise notes that you can download. You'll get separate case study and numerical tests and module wise tests as well. And here you can be connected with your faculties. There's the community option. You can tag your faculties if you have any doubts, any queries, and you can ask us. So these are the features of the JAIIB Super Elite Plan. And if you join and start your preparation today, then on the screen, as you can see, the response of the various aspirants and bankers who have qualified their JIB exam in the November 2025 exam cycle. So you will also be able to qualify your exam and clear your JIB with great marks. All right, so that is all from my side. If you want to see your name and picture here along with the other successful bankers, then start your preparation today. Do not delay, do not procrastinate. Take this resolution that you will definitely qualify your JIB exam in the 2026 May cycle. Now, on this YouTube channel of Oliveboard JIB CIB English Medium. I am here, all your other mentors are here. We are providing you all the important information regarding your exam, important topics, everything. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. If you have any doubts regarding your preparation, the course, RBWM exam, anything, you can comment down below. So thank you so much and join the course. Start your preparation. I will see you in the live classes. Thank you and all the best.